So today's lesson, one of my most favorite topics, the trail elbow. We're going to talk about its journey in the golf swing. We're going to talk about how it moves in the backswing, downswing and through swing. We're going to talk potentially of 4 elbow positions which I think will help your golf swing a massive amount. Particularly the downswing. If we get the downswing runs right, it really takes the kind of flippy flappy action out of the golf swing through the golf ball, and it really helps that ball striking and helps you get that kind of really strong look to your golf shots for the future. Keep watching if you want to learn all about these trail elbow moves. Okay, the trail elbow for me is a hot topic. There's lots of things people do wrong with the trail elbow, but we're going to try and walk you through a few key points. So if we go from kind of setup, I'm going to try and demonstrate these as best I can. And if we go to our backswing position here, I want to see this trail elbow kind of midway underneath the humerus of my shoulder. That's what I'm looking for in the backswing. If my elbow goes too far behind the crease of my shirt, you'll see it starts to go behind my humerus and therefore get a little bit too deep. So keeping at this angle will start to encourage the right amount of rotation in the shoulder and the rotator cuff, and it'll allow my arms then to be in a position of width and on plane that isn't too deep or too upright. Obviously, if the elbow's out here, that is no good, and if the elbow's in, that's no good. So we're looking at me roughly on about my seam, or just this side of my seam of my shirt, and kind of under my mid-shoulder. Now, when we bring the elbow down, again, we're looking for it to be kind of under the mid-shoulder at this point here. So it's kind of returning to the same kind of spot. Now, the shaft angle will have changed. The rotation in my forearms and wrists will have changed a tiny bit. So my wrists will be kind of more, trail wrist will be more extended at this point than it was in the backswing. And my right elbow or right forearm will be a little bit more supinated to get this kind of shallowing look to the golf swing. Now, as I bring it down to this pre-impact position, again, I want the elbow to sit somewhere underneath the humerus there. And ideally, I want my hand to be behind the elbow. I want the elbow to win the race. So I call this my impact elbow slap move. So I'm looking for this exact position here. So the forearm to be pointing behind the golf ball. The trail wrist to be behind the elbow at this point. Now, this is really difficult to do. I'm not saying this is easy. This is really, really difficult to do. Then as we go through the golf ball from there, obviously we're looking for the wrist and arm to go into their inline conditions post-impact here. So this will point back towards my belly button. And as I go through the swing now, and this is the big one, the elbow wants to be inside my shoulder line. So inside my shoulder line, you'll see that there. I'll show it from a few different angles. That's what we're looking for. If my elbow is outside my shoulder line, my hands are going to work a lot through the ball. My hand path's going to the right. I'm going to fish at the golf ball, and I'll hit shanks from there, blocks from there, and hooks from there. If this elbow is inside that shoulder line, it gives me that pressure and control over the club head. Now, it doesn't necessarily take the left shot out of play, but it certainly helps a bloody lot. What it's going to do is really stop this massive throwaway with the hands. There's still rate of closure. We're still supinating the arm in order to get there. But what we are doing is trying to give it its best opportunity of the hand path being on the circle and the arm circle. Getting the elbow there first really helps us deliver that low point, that snap into the ball, that length in the arm, just like, again, if you were going to go and throw a punch, it helps that. So the elbow being in the right position up and down gives us the best opportunity of it not getting trapped behind our rib cage, so then it hasn't got to throw out to the right. What we see with a lot of golfers is this move and then that move. So the elbow kind of trapped, they feel stuck, the elbow throws itself out, the club head goes crazy, they fish for the golf ball. They add a lot of dynamic loft, they hit a lot of shots that will go hooky left. That thing happens. So the explanation's easy enough. You may say, doing it is the hard thing. Training drills, there's 2 or 3 I'm going to give you to do. Get an alignment rod, swing it back, get your alignment rod down on top of the white rod on the ground, and then deliver it. And then deliver it on the way through. Grip the alignment rod halfway down, swing it down, alignment rod, miss your body, get the elbow inside. Get the alignment rod, stick it in your armpit, swing it through. That gets that pressure. That gets the elbow working inside the shoulder more. These are feels for you to go away and do to work on these positions. Again, hitting golf balls, thinking of all these things will be difficult. So we probably want to look at which one you may not be correct at and work there first. Or if not, really concentrate on the impact ones. So bringing the club down, trying to get your elbow slap, then get the hand. And then feel like the elbow works inside. If you get the elbow slap right here, the elbow working inside, you do those two things, you will be pretty much money. You'll be gold. So that's what we want to feel. Let's try one. So I try to take a bit of power off that and just do like a 3/4 swing to try and get those positions. It's difficult. I know I'm not perfect, but we try to get those positions as best we can. Let's have another little go. That wasn't too bad. Didn't hit it the best I could, but let's have another little go. So again, elbow first, elbow in. Much better contact, much better ball and turf. Definitely felt a little bit different and very contrived compared to normal, to be honest with you. And again, when you're doing these small impact shots, it's not about feeling natural or normal. We're going to add more rotation and extension to it and speed to it, so that's fine. What I'd like you to do is do a run of those, like 10, 15 of those, then do some normal shots and see how it feels.